Me and my best friend at the time wanted to audition for X Factor, to find out we never even got a letter back because my mum threw mine in the bin. Hi everyone, I'm Saffron and I'm a vlogger. You guys are amazing. This is my mum, and this is my granddad. And this is In My Day, the show where 3 generations of my family answer questions on a whole range of topics. What was the first single you purchased?
My parents bought me a single when I was quite young, and it was Lonnie Donegan singing, "Does your chewing gum lose its flavour on the bedpost overnight?"
That's the longest song title I think I've ever heard of in my life.
That's a really long
song title. And I've never heard of that person in my life either. What type of genre was that?
He was a skittle group.
Was that a genre of music, skittle group?
Yeah, I've never heard of skittle.
Skittle was a type of music, yeah. I mean, initially they had an upside-down tea chest, and the tea chest vibrated and gave sounds.
Wow. Wow.
Still not understanding the skittle part too much.
I remember my first ever single, you'll probably remember this, Dad, was Billy Joel, Uptown Girl.
I remember this tune.
Oh, I recognise that song.
I think he re-released it actually, or someone re-released it.
The first song that I ever purchased myself was actually a Justin Bieber album. It was actually the first song I bought. So,
really?
Yeah.
Well, I would say, this is sounding bad, probably the song I had at my wedding, but I can't remember it.
You're going to be the only person
I can't
on this
remember the name
planet
of it.
that doesn't know their wedding song. For me, it's actually like a really oldie song. Like, me and my best friend at the time wanted to audition for X Factor, and on our MP3 players, all we used to listen to was James Blunt, You're Beautiful, to find out we never even got a letter back because my mum threw mine in the bin. I remember even, which was still very old-fashioned then, even having
Cassette tape.
Yours was downloaded, and it could have been on a cassette. Mine was on 78 revs per minute vinyl.
Don't know what that means, do you?
Yeah, I do.
78 revs.
I don't know what
You
78
could
revs
wind it up.
Did it have like the little trombone thing coming out?
No, it wasn't.
So you'd wind it up, and then what happens if it stopped halfway through? You just have
You
to
have to
wind
keep
it up
winding it again.
Did it not wind up for the whole length of the thing then?
I don't remember that well.
What would be a song that straight away you hear it and you want to get up on the dance floor, you want to go boogie?
I'm not good at remembering titles and music, but it was generally rock and roll.
I remember you doing the twist a few times on the dance
floor.
floor.
Yeah, well, tried to do the twist.
Dang, Grandad.
Just that sort of period of time.
Yeah, well, I think my favourite kind of music now would be anything R&B, really. Justin Timberlake is my bae. I think I've been through all of them, trying to get it for free off the radio, to buying cassettes, and then we had CDs. Obviously now I download stuff, so I've kind of had a little bit of everything, I think.
For me personally, I feel like most of the music I buy is just a download, like off iTunes or something. Like, haven't bought a DVD or CD in like years and years. In my laptop that I use every single day, it doesn't even have a disc device. I can't even insert a disc on it.
So do you remember if you had a cassette that we would press play and you'd have to kind of wait, if there's a certain bit that you wanted to listen to, you kind of had to let it all run through?
I don't remember sort of particularly picking one out. It would just play the whole tape. If we didn't like the tape, we wouldn't have bought it.
So you genuinely can't skip a song?
Well, you kind of could skip it, you could forward it, but you don't know where you're forwarding it to. So you can go from like track 1 to track 2 to track 3. You just have to keep pressing fast forward and then play and think, oh, I think I've gone past it, go back again. And sometimes on a double-sided tape as well, wasn't it? Like, you didn't know which side that song was going to be on either, so you'd have to listen to...
Double-sided tape? I didn't even know that existed.
And then you'd have a whole new... Another 20 minutes on that side.
That was, you know, top of the range, double-sided tapes.
That was posh.
Tapes was the most portable thing you had.
Mum, how about you?
Well, I had it all. I had the Walkman and the Discman and the headphones, and you slot it in your coat pocket and you put your cassette in, and then obviously the CD. And it's weird to think, because like if you, especially if you had a CD and you were running or something, it would jump, jump. So like, you know, like there would just be bits missing from the songs all the time.
Yeah, so I remember having like an MP3 player, which is crazy now, thinking that you couldn't even get music on a phone then.
My idol now would be Ed Sheeran. And I literally, I mean, I saw him in concert 3 times last year. I saw him live 3 times last year. I've never cried at a concert, but I was so overwhelmed by how amazing his voice is.
Doris Day?
Yeah, no idea what that is. Somebody that I would look up to would be somebody like Jessie J. She is incredibly talented, but just watching like how hard she's had to work to get where she is today, I find like really inspiring.
Well, if it's anything like the progression so far, it'll only be downloading music.
I definitely agree with everything will be downloaded all onto one device. Just going to be downloaded,
Everything
I
else
think,
is going to be wiped out, isn't it, I think? It's kind of weird as well. Do you, I don't know if you know Tupac. So he was at, I think it was Coachella, and he was hologrammed in to sing. It was like he was there, but he wasn't there. That could be a whole new thing that, you know, we might be going to experience, mightn't we?
Wait for the next 30 years.
Yeah.
So I hope you all enjoyed that. Be sure to check out the other episodes with my family and I now.